It is then clear that a clean or a green economy is no longer just a desirable milestone. In fact, it is a very important line of defense for countries. However, this requires a mindset reset.
You're right. And I think, I think the war in Ukraine really, I think, kind of brought that home, especially to Europe, but also to the United States, that being dependent on fossil fuels and being dependent on one country like Russia, that may have different security interests, right, than Europe is really a risk, and it's a security risk. And that the solution to that is not finding fossil fuels elsewhere, but building real resilience and energy resilience through investments in clean energy. And if you look at what's happened in the past year in the transition to clean energy across Europe, it's actually accelerated in part in response to this invasion, because there was a recognition that we need, that countries need their own energy sources that are not dependent on getting fossil fuels elsewhere. And so I think, like you said, yeah, it's a mindset shift, that this isn't just a nice to have if you're a tree hugger and an environmentalist, but this is really, even if you don't care about that stuff and you care about hard security, clean energy is the way to go. And you have those conversations with military actors too, that there's operational benefits, right? When you look at the casualties, for example, in Iraq and Afghanistan of US and NATO soldiers, most of those casualties were along supply lines, right? Delivering water and fuel to the front. And so if you can change that equation, that you're not as dependent, that creates operational benefit.